Good morning, everyone. You are very much welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. This is a beautiful Tuesday morning. This is newspaper review on your Enjoyment Unlimited station. My name is Ibrahim Adebayo. And I'm welcoming you once again to another edition of Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. Let's begin the newspaper review with the headlines in the newspaper. 2025 budget, fake orders, final adjustment as Tinubu present tomorrow. Trade unions, students got 124 CNG buses, says agency. President Bola Tinubu okays UTC free trade ride from Friday. Nation in darkness, Syria grid collapse, huge debt, vandalism in that Tinubu 15,000 megawatt target. Tough season awaits Nigerians amidst untamed inflation spike. Now the news in detail. Tough season awaits Nigerians amidst untamed inflation spike. A tough season lies ahead for Nigerians as the country headlines and food inflation rates worsen under President Bola Tinubu administration. Economics and financial analysts believe the government interventions to tame inflation are not enough. The reason it has continued to rise, hitting 34.6% in November. They also believe the federal government announcement of a free trade ride for commuters this festive period will not have a meaningful impact. Professor Segun Ajibola, former president and chairman of the Council of Chartered Institute of Bankers, and Muda Yusuf, the chief executive officer of the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, disclosed this exclusively in a separate interview with newsmen on Monday. This comes as the National Bureau of Statistics on Monday announced that Nigerian inflation further rose by 0.72% on a month-on-month basis to 34.6% in November. At the same time, food inflation skyrocketed to 39.9% in November from 39.19%. The report shows that headlines and food inflation have increased significantly by 6.4%. at 7.09% from 28.2% and 32.8% in the same period last year. The report showing that rising energy and transportation costs have had heavily impacted the country inflation rise. The latest inflation figure came at the time the federal government announced 2 weeks of free trade service for Nigeria. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, disclosed this while briefing journalists yesterday. Federal Executive Council meeting, noting the intervention is part of the effort to cushion the impact of high transportation on Nigeria. Reacting, Professor Segun Ajibola told newsmen that the free trade service and monetary interventions by the CBN will not and have not made any meaningful impact to tame inflation. On November, inflation rates, the Don said that CBN and indeed the Nigerian government are applying wrong directive. According to him, the solution to Nigerian worsening inflation lies more on fiscal measures. For more details, you can visit the Daily Punch. The Daily Post newspaper. Tough festive season awaits Nigerians amidst untamed inflation spike. President Tinubu okays U-Tide season free trade ride from Friday. From December 20 to January 5, commuters will enjoy free train ride nationwide, President Bola Tinubu declared. Information, her National Orientation Minister Muhammad Idris broke the news at a news conference with a reporter after the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President at the State House in Abuja. He said the President approved the measure to cushion the effect of high cost of transportation during the Christmas season. Similarly, measures was in place last year during the U-Tide and Salah. Also yesterday, the FEC approved the renaming of the University of Abuja after the head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired. Uni Abuja is now to be known as Yakubu Gowon University, subject to the approval of the National Assembly. For more details on the news, you can visit The Nation newspaper. Tinubu okays U-Tide season free train ride from Friday. Trade unions. Students got 124 CNG buses, says agency, as part of steps to ease transportation of workers and students. The Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative this year gave out 124 buses for mass transit. The CNG buses were allocated to trade unions and National Association of the Nigerian Students, NAS. Also, more states are joining the CNG scheme. With increase in acquisition of buses and establishment of conversion centers, the PCNG Program Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Michael Oluwagbemi, gave further insights. Yesterday, he said the main objective of the CNG initiative was mass transportation, which was already being achieved. He said about 124 CNG buses were allocated to trade union and National Association of Nigerian Students nationwide. On the 150,000 kits and 50,000 conversion expected to achieve, he said, for distribution we know we will exceed but may fall short on actual conversion. Oluwagbemi explained the rationale for extending the CNG initiative to trade and student union. He said it was critical that the trade union and the students union buy into the presidential agenda of subsidy removal and sustainable energy transition. The provision of the CNG buses was part of the deal reached in the process of negotiations, and PCNG delivered these in line with those critical agreements that bait the reforms. On the involvement of states in CNG initiative, Oluwagbemi said their participation have been appreciable and encouraging. Added that yes, several states governments have stepped up with regard to CNG and direct engagements have been fruitful to date. The Director General Small and Medium Enterprise Agency of Nigeria, SPINDA, Charles Odi, has commissioned the Conversion and Training Center for CNG. The DG said this initiative marks an important step in supporting small and medium enterprise, which will promote cleaner energy solution as it is in partnership with Rolling Energy and Presidential Initiative on CNG. Odi stated these are the commissioning of the CNG Conversion and Training Center in Abuja, stating that this new center is designed to convert vehicles to run on CNG, an affordable and environmentally friendly alternative to traditional fuels. For more details on the news, you can visit The Nation newspaper. Trade unions, students got 124 CNG buses, says agency. 2025 budget, fake orders, final adjustment as President Tinubu presents tomorrow. The federal government on Monday approved the 2025 budget proposal. These follow the Senate endorsement of the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework 2025 to 2027 on November 22. President Bola Tinubu will present the proposed 47.9 billion budget to joint session of the National Assembly tomorrow. The exercise, earlier stated for Tuesday, was postponed to allow the executive arm to make final adjustments to the budget. A top management officials of the National Assembly confirmed the postponement on Monday, which was further corroborated by the Minister of State for Agriculture, Sabi Abdullahi, speaking to Senate press journalists on Monday. Abdullahi said the budget presentation has been postponed from Tuesday to Wednesday. Executive join need to make one or two adjustments to the budget. Previously, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio had announced during a plenary session that President will present the budget on Tuesday at the House of Representatives chambers. Akpabio added that the plenary will begin at 10:30 a.m. to allow senators convene in the Red Chamber before proceeding in the processions to the House chambers for the presentation. The forthcoming budget presentation is expected to align with the fiscal strategy outline, and these documents, the revised schedule, underscore the importance of ensuring unnecessary refinements are made to the budget before it is formally presented to the legislature. The budget says remain 47.9 trillion naira as the MTEF proposed, with the new borrowings of 9.2 trillion. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu, told journalists about after the Federal Executive Council meeting at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. For more details on the news, you can visit The Punch newspaper. 2025 budget, fake orders final adjustment as President Tinubu presents tomorrow. Nation in darkness, Syria grid collapse, huge debts, vandalism in the president. 15,000 megawatt target. Nigerians hope for an improved electricity supply has continued to hit a brick wall, especially as the sector faces many complicated and entangled challenges. The government has yet to find solution to it. Appears Nigerian power problem keeps the vine or the government's effort to put things in order. Today, many companies are said to have deserted Nigeria due to poor power supply or lack of it. When President Bola Tinubu was contesting to become the #1 citizen, he promised to ensure a stable power supply and pledged to raise power generation to 15,000 megawatts in his first 4 years in office. He said on electricity, and I quote, "How we embark on a renewed action-oriented focus and take immediate and urgent actions on resolving existing challenges of power generation plants, gas purchasing, pricing, transmission, and distribution." In another gathering, President Tinubu was emphatic to the extent of action Nigerians to vote him out if he failed to deliver stable electricity in all homes, including prepaid meter. With the nation power generation hovering about 4,000 megawatts, when President Tinubu made the promise, it could be safely said that he was planning to generate about 2 megawatts annually to 15,000 megawatts. So far, the current administration said it had succeeded in raising power generation to over 5,000 megawatts, while targeting 6,000 megawatts before the end of the year. This has become somehow unrealistic given the recent development in the sector. For a country of over 200 million people, some experts suggested that the country deserves at least 30,000 megawatts of electricity, but the country only generates and distributes a third of its installed generation capacity of 13,500 megawatts. According to reports, despite having the world's seventh largest gas reserve, Nigeria produced less than 10% of the electricity generated by South Africa, a country with a population a third size. More than 75% of Nigerian electricity comes from gas-fired power plants primarily located in its southern region. The remainder is generated by hydroelectricity station in the north. For more details, you can visit the Punch newspaper. Nation in darkness, Syria Greek collapse, huge debt, vandalism in the President Tinubu 15,000 megawatts target. Before we bring the newspaper review to a close, these are the headlines again. 2025 budget, fake orders final adjustment as President Tinubu presents tomorrow. Trade unions, students got 124 CNG buses, says agency. Tinubu case U-Tide season free train ride from Friday. Nation in darkness, Syria grid collapse, huge debt, vandalism in the President Tinubu 15,000 megawatt target. Tough season awaits Nigerians amid untamed inflation spike. And that ends the Carnival Radio newspaper review on Carnival Radio Breakfast Show this beautiful Tuesday morning. Thank you very much for taking time to listen to us. You can continue to listen to us via www.carnivalmedia.ng. You can as well download the Carnival Media app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. My name is Ibrahim Adebayo. Do enjoy the rest of your day.